Hey, what's good, everybody? Comment, like, subscribe, share the video. You know what I really miss? I miss like the nostalgia of those Saturday mornings, where those, or just Saturdays in general. It's not like how it is now. Kids are spoiled. They have all these platforms, and you can pause, rewind. I'm gonna go to the whole, watch the whole series in one go. I remember you had to get up at 6 in the morning and time everything perfectly. Like, I gotta go use the bathroom, but I can't go because if I go to the bathroom, I'm gonna miss this episode. So you have to time it with the commercials. And then you had to make sure that you had it on, you remember the remote control where it has the last button. So you had to make sure you set it up like, oh, I'm gonna put channel 11 now, and I'm gonna put channel 5 to go back and forth so that I can make sure I could watch Static Shock and be able to go and watch Digimon on channel 5. Like, you have to have all the things perfectly aligned so that you're able to watch everything perfectly. Like, these kids don't know about that stuff. They're spoiled. Again, they get their whole series immediately. They don't know what it's like watching Toonami and watching, Justice League Unlimited, and then an episode ending with to be continued. You're like, oh man, that thing was crazy. And you have to wait till next week. They don't know about that. They don't know about the wait, waiting a whole damn week so that you could find out what happened in that episode. Is this character gonna die? What's gonna happen? They're spoiled. They don't know what it's like. That nostalgia, like I look forward to the weekends, but it's just not the same. It's not how it used to be. I really, really miss those damn days. I mean, it was just so nostalgic at that time. Like, waking up on a Saturday, no responsibilities, no adult responsibilities, I should say. Knowing that you don't got to go to work, you don't got no stresses. It was just so beautiful. Like, man, do I miss that. I mean, I try to like live that through my kids' eyes, but it's just not the same. Man, like I think the only thing I had to deal with, because shout out to Godfrey. I know black, I'm Dominican. But but the most I would have to deal with on a weekend is my mom yelling at me for getting up so damn early, but not wanting to get up, on a weekday for school. Like, muchacho, el diablo, no te gusta levantarte para la escuela, pero para ver muñecos, sí, tú te despiertas, no vida, muchacho, el diablo. Like, I'm envious of kids' technology, but I wouldn't trade in where I grew up at, at the time that I grew in, because it's like I knew and I grew up with everything. I feel like the generation I grew up in, where we had dial up, modems to get on the internet, till now that we have, fiber optics, and we don't have to worry about, like, hearing all that dial up modem crap. Like, it's amazing the movement and technology that we've gotten. But I still appreciate growing up knowing how to use a VCR and DVD players, and what a Walkman is, and having cassette tapes, and VHSs. Like, I'm happy that I grew up with that stuff. I feel like if anything happened where I had to go back to that, I could still do it. But my kids, this generation now, they wouldn't know. They would, I don't know what would happen to them because they don't know what it's like being on the phone with a cord, or then eventually when you eventually had gotten the wireless headset phones, and then when they would die, you had to speak on a goddamn speaker because you were still in the phone call. Like, they don't know what that's like. Like, it's a beautiful thing, but it's just like, it's crazy. The kids don't know what none of that technology is. Let me know in the comments, what do you miss about those Saturday mornings, like, about back in the day, the nostalgia. What do you miss from your childhood that kids don't know about today?